Good day to everyone! My name is William and join me as I reveal the impacts of COVID-19 pandemic to the unemployment and job mismatch in the Philippines. Our country, the Philippines, was experiencing its longest ever economic and job expansion from 2015 to 2019. There was a remarkable growth in wage and salary employment and has seen a huge growth in the number of people working in the modern sector. This has led to a reduction in informal sector employment for the first time ever in the country's history, according to the World Bank. Everything was on the right track until the COVID-19 pandemic came. The pandemic reversed some of these gains, wiping out 1.7 million wage and salary jobs in the 12 months to January 2021. While job losses have occurred across most sectors, the hardest hit are those that rely on people for personal contact. Businesses were forced to close and disinfect their establishments while the COVID-19 vaccine is yet to be discovered. With the lockdown scheme implemented by the government, especially here in General Santos, many of the people lost their jobs. Some were temporarily laid off, and even fresh graduates cannot apply and look for a job. This was experienced by RG Dave Beru, a fresh graduate of BS Marine Engineering who had a hard time finding a job due to lack of resources.
Maritime industry is vastly affected with the pandemic, with limiting crew changes for safety, canceling or limiting major voyages. With these challenges, it makes me wonder if I'm in the right profession.
The current situation increases the unemployment rate in the country, which is driven primarily on the closing of small to medium businesses who are greatly affected by the pandemic. Here's Kimberly H. Tanchon and Anthony Banse, who were seriously affected by the increased community quarantine measures put in place following the outbreak.
So when I was laid off from my previous employment, I feel like a burden to the family, especially I stayed with them during lockdown last year. So though there are other sources of income, it's not that big to cover the expenses within the family.
Yung una, sinabihan lang kami na makakabalik kapag unti-unti na bumabalik sa normal. Pero ngayon, hindi pa ako nakabalik kasi nga sa sobrang dami namin, so kailangan namin ng kailangan pa na yung iba hanggang ngayon hindi pa ako natatawagan. So ayun, nag-try ko naghanap ng ibang trabaho tapos wala akong nakita, kaya ngayon pa extra na lang ako sa tricycle.
On the other side, job mismatch is only one part of a more complicated story of unemployment. Nonetheless, its impact to the economic growth is considerably significant. With the current situation, after years of service of Francis Rayford Manipon as a seafarer, his employer decided to stop operations, forcing him to look for another job.
I am a seafarer and I am affected with this crisis. I'm working before as a seafarer for how many years? When COVID-19 virus spread, ayun, pinauwi lahat ng crew. Even I am a marine engineering, I need to find some job to support my family. I'm the manager / supervisor of the famous cafe bar. I am also an event manager, event coordinator, event organizer for all occasions. So you see the difference, my profession and my work now.
Evidently, poverty, illiteracy or lack of education, or scarcity of employment opportunities are the not so novel causes of job or employment crisis. With all the challenges faced by our country, it feels like there's no room for escape. Despite the efforts of many, social problems are there. Is there any way to go out? What are the things that should be done? And how is this possible? The government must provide substantial aid, subsidies, and support to millions of Filipinos who are struggling to support themselves amidst poor job prospects and falling incomes. Addressing job mismatch does not only help resolve the unemployment rate, but likewise ensure economic growth and success of industries. The country's recovery goal now is to bring back more workers and their jobs and preserve and generate more employment for the Filipinos. There is still hope left in our country. All we need to do is to move and support one another in order to keep this place sustainable to all. Indeed, 2021 is a year of hope and time to persevere.